Hi Pisces, it's Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage for your April 2017 Soul Tarot reading. I am continuing to use the beautiful Celtic Wisdom Tarot deck developed by Caitlin Matthews. If you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you. I am a clairvoyant individual blessed with a lot of different types of gifts, and I have the capacity to travel back and forth through some astral travel that happens for me. And through some changes in my own life, I am here on YouTube since January. Since the end of January, actually. So I'm building my YouTube skills, and most of you know I touch the cards in order to channel the messages from Spirit. And my goal is just to be a vehicle for the messages that Spirit wants to bring forward, because we are in a time of great shift and change. If you have not seen the videos about the eclipse season that happened in February, please go and watch them. And Spirit has asked me to let everyone know that one of the things that is desired about these readings is for you, the viewer, to understand that they are letters from Spirit. You should take them as letters, and there's a desire for communication back and forth about the things that you feel in your heart and that you understand, because these readings will speak a little differently to each person. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of messages coming through. I'm going to jump in because the readings have been going long this month. There was a huge amount of activity. If you've been here through February and March, as you know, huge amount of activity. So what's happening now, we've just come through the spring solstice, and I felt a push to get these videos up before the end of the month. The videos are going long. There is a theme, and it is most often about the continuation and the deepening of the shift and change that we are all experiencing, along with some advice about rest and self-care. And, you know, I think when you come through any significant journey, there's always a time when we need to rest and take care of ourselves and have some reflection. So, that having been said, here at the center of your reading is the Renewer. And I know last month, Pisces, you certainly were on a very, very deep, significant journey across the veil, coming to a new set point, standing with the wisdom of the ancients, in the place where all knowledge resides. So again, if you haven't seen that video, I would urge you to go and check it out. And that theme is continuing for you. This card lying over the top of your reading, this is the sacred cauldron, out of which all life, all knowledge come. Okay, do you see? Hanging deep out in the universe with the sacred triple goddesses. These goddesses, the story about the sacred triple goddess exists in literally every culture around the world. So it might be a good idea to Google that for yourself if you don't understand what that means. It's a very deep card. It is the second to the last card in the major arcana of this deck. And it comes just before the final shift of energy that brings a new set point. So clearly, that very deep mystical journey has continued and continues to deepen, bringing you along your path. Okay? Do you see the triple goddess? It's female energy. It's bringing new life. And last month you were crossing over with the help of the woman of skill. Do you remember? Picking herbs for healing. Something very profound continues. This is giving light and energy and guidance to your reading this month. So let's see what is here at the center. Look. Do you see? The Liberator. Another major arcana card. Do you see that? Do you understand? This is a death card. It is about bringing new life and the opening of a portal that you are opening in concert with Spirit. That's the phrase that's coming through. I was going to say you are doing it yourself, but you are working across the veil with spirit. You see that? You are being liberated through this profound transformation that is coming to you over these last couple of months. It's no surprise if you haven't seen any information about the effects of the eclipse. On the 27th of February, there was an annular eclipse, a ring of fire around the sun. Okay, pardon me, around the moon. On the day, around the full moon, it was a very intense day. And you know what, I'm sorry, I'm misspeaking. I'm trying to go too fast. There was an annular eclipse that put a ring of fire around the moon on the day of the new moon, opening a new pathway. Okay? And in the sign of Pisces, all the planets were aligned in Pisces, or many, okay? So clearly we understand what that means for you, Pisces, okay? An eclipse of the moon, of the sun, rather. An eclipse of the sun, putting a ring of fire around the moon on the day of the new moon, creating a portal. Please go watch that video, okay? You are journeying very, very deep. Just in the center of your reading, do you see how deep you're going? Pretty much as deep across the divide as you can possibly go. The only thing that's not here is the card that indicates the soul. But the message about that is very clear. It is here with you, and you are continuing to deepen your spirit journey while you walk here on this earth. And look at that. I'm just going to put it down. Do you see that, Pisces? I am sending you my love and my compassion and my hugs and my encouragement, because you may be walking through your human life this month in a very altered state. And that has happened to me. I know the challenge of it. Let me show you the card. That is the dedicator. It is about sacred initiation. Okay? I know you understand this. Jumping blindfolded into the void in order to have a new adventure. Do you see the magic at his hand? He is getting the sacred amulet. Okay? From across the veil, you are journeying while you are walking here on this earth, and you are being accompanied in a way that is very deep and very profound. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, look, wow. Pisces. This is the imaginer of harmony. Okay, do you see? There you are. The Spirit is speaking to you very, very loudly in a very profound way. There's a hush on the table. The energy is very quiet. You are going extraordinarily deep. This is the moon card, okay, in the traditional tarot. That is the sacred vessel. It has golden oars. It can carry you to any destination that you need or want to go. And you see, it's on the sea, hanging under the light of the moon, deep out in the universe. This is about the sea of universal knowledge that you as a Pisces carry with you in your vibrational essence as a human incarnated into human form. And so the imaginer of harmony works very deeply with the universe to imagine and bring forth through a series of manifestations that which is our destiny. That's the phrase that's coming through. That which is our destiny. That is the job you are doing. Okay? Spirit is asking me to just pause and allow you to look into the cards. And to feel the vibration coming through. Just breathe that in, Pisces. It's very profound. Okay, let's see what is here. Okay, so this is the dialogue of skill. This is a story about Merlin, the sacred magician. Merlin served very deeply for a long time. He had a lot of adventures. There were a lot of battle that happened in his lifetime. And he came to a place where he became exhausted, mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically exhausted. And in those moments, he began to cease having the ability to be mentally present, and he began to sort of wander, almost like someone who has dementia, right? Just not knowing himself anymore. And it was this person who was the sacred poet, the oracle of the Celtic clan, who went and sought him out. They were friends, and spent time with him in love and care, telling him all the adventures and helping him remember his identity and who he was, so that he could come back and take up his rightful place. And so if you understand that as an allegory, as a story, and you look at this, okay, clearly Spirit is telling you you are on a process to remember yourself in a very deep spiritual way. It is also, I believe, a request from Spirit that you go forward, find some assistance. You know, you don't go into an initiation. You go in blind, but you don't go in alone. You need some assistance. You need some sacred assistance. At least one other person in your life who you trust very deeply, so that you can have some sacred conversations about what you're feeling, about what you're dreaming. You are having potentially some astral travel and some very deep dreams, prophetic dreams, at this time, because you are diving into the ocean of knowledge. That is what is happening, okay? And you see how these cards are lined up? You see the line that is developing? Make sure you have someone at your side. It's very important this month, more than ever before, okay? Let's see what is at the bridge. Look, Pisces, you are on a quest for this knowledge. Spirit is just making it very, very clear for you, okay? That is the sacred cauldron that is the wisdom of the ancients. That's what that is. And you are standing right before it, standing before the wisdom of the ancients, having access to all of that knowledge in the very deep places that you are traveling to. Okay? This is the bridge. If you can believe it or not, this is the bridge that takes you across to your spirit journey. So here in this place, you are still on the earthly realm, and you are going across. So something very deep. Again, I'm just going to keep saying it. I know it's obvious by looking at the cards. Take extremely good care of yourself. If you have the opportunity to step away from your day-to-day life and spend some time in prayer and meditation, deep with yourself, maybe accompanied by, like I said, by a trusted friend. And you know, here's what's coming through. If it's possible to go to a monastery, to a retreat center, in anything that would represent something like that scenario, this would be the time to go there. Okay? Take a trusted friend with you. Pray, meditate, open yourself, because something very profound is coming through to you. Very, very profound. Let's see. Look at that. Okay. Now we have the Queen of Knowledge. The Queen of Knowledge sits above us in the universe, suspended in the universe. And I know she is here to reconfirm the message, to welcome you. Okay? I know she looks like she is playing an instrument. Actually, what she's doing is weaving the threads of your destiny. Sitting suspended in the universe, waiting for you to arrive. She is there to welcome you. Okay? To accompany you as you take this next step on your journey. Look, Pisces, this is unbelievable. Well, I should never say that. It's astounding. Your quest is a quest to build new skills Because, look, there you are. Do you see? Do you understand the message? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That's a little crazy given what we're both looking at. But pretty astounding. This card is not only about gestating and coming to a place of new life. It is about, there's a caution not to get overwhelmed. You see how it almost, there are leaves. What's happening is they're sort of being blown about, right? There's a lot of, you're going so deep. Make sure you don't get overwhelmed. That's what I was just saying. Take some quiet time. Find a way. Every day, Spirit is saying every day, sit and pray or meditate or light a candle and just have quiet and let the cares of the world melt away so that you can be with yourself, because something very deep is wanting to come through to you. You are being liberated from the ties that bind us to our earthly plane. Do you see what's happening on the earthly plane? You are being liberated. I think what's happening is the veil for you this month is very thin, and you may be able to go across at a moment's notice. Okay, so I think if you have to get up and go to work in the morning, and you have busy things going on in your home or at your workplace or with children or parents that you're caring for, make sure that you get some assistance. Okay, Spirit is telling me that's right. Okay, get some assistance for this entire month. If it is a spouse or a friend or a neighbor, to just provide you with a little bit of space every day to take up this information that may be just crowding you, if you know what I mean, energetically. It might just be coming through in such a stream that you find it difficult, because look at this, okay? Look at this line. Do you see this? The moon. Dreams. Psychic vision. The ability to manifest. Deep, deep, deep. And look. You see that? Liberating you from your form so that you can regestate and be renewed. Okay? With the Queen of Knowledge sitting at your at your back, I'm sorry. The Queen of Knowledge sitting at your back, looking in the direction you came from. That's the message that's coming through. And you are looking forward to the next step. Okay? Do you see? You have taken this vow in some way. You know, an initiation doesn't just come. You can't just ask for it. So clearly it's something you've been working on very quietly for a long time, because the moment is here. And there may be a way for you to create a ceremony for yourself, again, with trusted others at your side. An initiation ceremony. In fact, that might be what you're dreaming about. You know what, Pisces, maybe that's part of this message. This is actually part of my own story. I did have this happen to me. I had a series of dreams, very profound, very, very profound. And it's something that's been happening to me my whole life, actually. But relevant to this experience that I think you might be going through, eventually I sought someone out to get some interpretation for these dreams, because they were rapid, they were extremely vivid, they were very profound, and they just kept coming. They just kept coming in rapid fire, okay? And the long and short of it for me was I was dreaming my own initiation ceremony. And through these dreams, and because the veil at that point for me was so thin, the space, I guess, between this world and that was just like a little bit of mist. It was a very interesting way to walk through my life. And I did, with the help of this trusted friend, we did create a very intense, driven by my dreams, initiation ceremony that came to me from Spirit. And it went on for an entire day when the ceremony finally happened, and it did change my life very profoundly. And it was after that ceremony, actually, that my house was delivered to me. So that's another story for another time. Let's see what's here. There you go. Okay, so that is the King of Skill. This person has been through a transformation. Their shield is at their back. They're standing in their work, the sacred workshop, taking up their work in this with this beautiful look. Pisces, do you see? Behind him, the golden sand and the beautiful water. This is clearly a message specifically crafted through the cards for you. All right? This is the King of Skill. So as you take this journey, you are coming to a very solid, very important level of skill. Did you see this is the dialogue of skill? Do you see what I'm saying about needing some assistance, needing someone with you? So this dialogue of skill that is going to cause all this renewal and transport you to this place. Let's see what is at the outcome, okay? Okay. Do you know what I was saying about make sure you meditate every day? This is just a confirmation. This is the foundation of art. The place from which you function on your human journey is going to be deeply connected from this point forward, I believe, across the veil. And we all know that this is where you live. We know that this is you anyways. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little glare now because the sun is starting to go down. So this person is very activated. Okay? The stone of wisdom at the heart chakra. Meditating on the third eye. Okay? Meditating on the third eye. And that's the other piece of message, I guess. I'll get to that in a second. So suspended in the universe, but here on firm ground at the same time. It's almost as if this plane, and like I was saying, this plane and that plane are joined in a way that the illusion has come loose. Okay? So, let me just take a moment because this is very profound. I'm going to pick from the bag of runes for you, Pisces. Okay? Spirit, please give us messages for Pisces. I believe this message is very clear. It is so extremely profound that I would like to have a few more words directly from Spirit, if it is possible, to understand something more about this message. What is the message for Pisces? Having come through the solstice and the 2 eclipses in February, going forward into the spring season, into the place of renewal here on Earth. Well, here in the Western Hemisphere, anyways, in the Northern Hemisphere. Please tell us what is the message for Pisces. There we go. Okay, Pisces. I'm going to read just right from the book for you. Okay? Because I believe that these words, this work has been done. There is no need for me to interpret it. Okay? This is, let's see, this is the rune of flow. And clearly, another acknowledgement, right? Confirmation of this message. So let me just see. Just look into the cards while I find the page. Because you know what? I'm actually now in a little bit of an altered state. I don't know if you can tell. 1 foot across the veil with you. Okay. This is the rune of flow. It is about water. That which conducts. And there is the message. Your vibration is already so high, Pisces, but it is continuing to increase in this time of shift and change. Okay? Unseen powers are active here. Powers that nourish, shape, and connect. The attributes of this rune are water, fluidity, the ebb and flow of emotions, careers, and relationships. This rune encourages you to immerse yourself in the experience of living without having to evaluate or understand. It speaks to the satisfaction of emotional needs and to the awakening of intuitive or lunar side of your nature. Okay? Do you see? For while the sun strives for differentiation, the moon draws us toward union and merging. And clearly that is what this is about. This rune often signals a time for cleansing, for deep reevaluating, reorganizing, and realigning. A rune of deep knowing, it may call you to study spiritual matters in readiness for self-transformation. Okay? I don't even know where to... I wanted to move these to sort of illustrate, but I think I'm just interrupting, so I apologize. A rune of deep knowing, it may call you to study spiritual matters in readiness for self-transformation. Success now lies in contacting your intuitive wisdom and attuning your own rhythms. A rune of self-relating rightly to the self. It signifies what alchemists call the conjunctio, or the sacred marriage. In fairy tales, it is the end where the hero and the heroine live happily ever after. So that's very interesting that the Queen of Knowledge is here weaving. Okay? I don't know if I said that word correctly, but joining. It's about joining, and she is here. Do you see this line? Just weaving all of this together. Weaving as you gestate and change in this very, very deep place. Pisces, don't hesitate to call on me. Please make certain that you have some accompaniment this month. It is, I think, very important. So if you have a temple, if you have a church, if you have a spiritual, a priest, a minister, anybody in that realm, it doesn't matter what the title is, it doesn't matter what the religion is, it's about going deep into spirit. Make sure you have some accompaniment, okay? Promise me. It's very important. And set aside some time for yourself every day. I'm just going to sit quietly with the cards for another 60 seconds and allow you some quiet time to just gaze into this, so you can pause the computer and just see this, okay? In fact, I'm going to move this a little bit if I can. There. I'll look forward to seeing you in May, and I'm wishing you all my love.